Aquaba guys, good morning and welcome to yet another pillow chat with Asase Mama. So this morning's pillow talk is about grandparenting. I know I had a pillow talk like this before, but I'm just here to reiterate. I have 4 grandsons: Jonah, Cameron, Ezra, and Zion. They are my grandsons. They are not my sons. To grandparents of this age and era, a lot of us are not as old as the grandparents were back in the day. When I had my first grandchild, I was 43. So I'm not old, right? I'm not old. I'm still working. I still have a life. I'm still pushing towards goals that I want to achieve. So I can't be their mother. What I can do is I can assist and show them what to do, give them advice if they'll take it on what to do to raise their child, as the same as my mother told me. When I had my first child, I was 20 years old. I was young. I didn't know a thing. Because when you're 20, the year before you was just a teenager, what do you really know? They say you're not really developed mentally until you're 23 years old. So when I had my daughter, it was very unexpected. We weren't trying. We used protection and everything. But God said she is meant to come, and she came. So when I was pregnant with my daughter, I followed my mother all around the house. I think a part of it was I was very depressed because it wasn't as if she was conceived out of love, but yet I love her. And I was disappointed and upset with myself for allowing myself to get pregnant and wasn't married. So I went into a depression. I know a lot of people have kids that way and they've become desensitized, but those were my feelings. I can't speak for anybody else. So I was very depressed. But I allowed my mother to show me how to be a mother. There were times that she was overbearing and intrusive, but I love and appreciate her for loving me enough to teach and to tell me. I am not like my mother. I'm not intrusive. If I see that my information and my advice is not wanted, then I back up off of you. I'll let you fall on your face. But when you come to me, I'm not the person to say, see, I told you so. I said all that to say there's a lot of grandparents out here today who are taking the role of a parent. And I understand a lot of us are young enough to still parent a child when we have our grandkids. But at the end of the day, we cannot let our children manipulate us into saying, well, this is your grandchild. We wasn't there when y'all was tossing it up, having the ball, creating these children. Now, if some of you grandparents want to be the glam mom and glam pop, then go right ahead. This is my message to the kids who have a sense of entitlement, who think that you have built-in babysitters. No. Especially when you're a grandmother like I am. I was there for my kids, and I enjoyed being their mother. Wherever I went, they went. But my time has passed for parenting. Yeah, there are times where I can babysit when I feel like it, but I have 4 grandsons. None of them listen. All of them are rough, and my patients are like, shh. So, yes, excuse me if I don't want to be bothered all the time. I'm the type of grandmother, whatever they need. If I have, you got it. Don't worry about their summer clothes. Here's the money. Here's a few $100 here. Take the money and buy their summer clothes. But having them in my space and in my face all the time, I don't desire that because I still work a full-time job. I still come home and I help my mother with my father who are in advanced stages of dementia, Alzheimer's. And those are 2 jobs in itself, you know. My time with children have passed. Yes, I am a grandmother. Yes, I love my grandkids. And yes, there will be times that I let them come over and spend a night. But what I am trying to say is, because I am a grandmother, that don't mean that I'm a built-in babysitter. No, 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 no. If you're tired of your children and you're frustrated, you should have thought before you went out there and created these children. Because with my kids, my life was an open book. I talked about my mistakes. I didn't act as if I didn't do anything wrong in my past. I talked about it. I told them, man, you don't want to go down this route. And if you're doing this, doing that, this is the consequences of those actions. So you may want to be careful. You may want to do more than use a condom because the condom didn't work with me. You may want to put yourself on some birth control pills or put the little thing in your arms. Nobody was being honest about what they were really doing. One of my daughters, when their kids get a certain age, they tell the parents, can you leave the room so I can talk to the child? Because, we just give birth to them parents. We don't really have any rights. So, listen to the hypocrisy. I have to leave the room so you can talk about sex to my daughter. She's like 13, 14 years old. So you can talk about sex. And if you're having sex because, you can put her on birth control pill without my consent. Not only did my daughter not tell the truth to me, she didn't tell the truth to the doctors. And then she pops up pregnant like 17 years of age in the 12th grade. So now when she's pregnant, now I'm invited in the room. So now we can discuss how we're going to take care of this baby. And I had to go. So why wasn't it my business when she was having sex? Now that she's pregnant, now it's my business. You see this world backwards and retarded. So I just said all that to the parents. Unless you want to live vicariously through your grandchild or you wasn't there for your own kid, then by all means be a parent. But kids, do not expect your grandparents who still have a life, who's still working, to be a built-in babysitter. Those are your children. They are our grandchildren. I know my place. I know how to mind my business. Raise your kids over there. And that's all I had to say. I love all four of them with all of me, with every fiber of my being. I love my grandkids. But my time of raising them and carrying on as if I'm the mother, my time has passed. So that's all I had to say to you guys. You guys know that I love you. You guys know that I enjoy talking to you. And for those of you who've been keeping me a prayer about my brother's death, I really appreciate it. Monday made 2 months that he's been gone. So Monday was Memorial Day, the very first holiday without him. It was very rough for all of us. But God is keeping us. And that's all that matters. God is keeping us. And I'm sorry, guys. I didn't even say thank you, God, for allowing us to see another day, breathing life into us again. Know that I love you all. Be blessed and have a great day on purpose.